who somehow managed to avoid the other progressives. They're moderate, and they're in a very blue district. And what we're going to do is we're going to force a Medicare for all vote. And when we force this vote, that person's going to come out, and they're going to vote no, even though it would cost them an election, and even though it's not going to pass anyway. And then when they vote no, the progressives will seize that opportunity and go and primary that person who for some reason voted no on something that's not going to pass anyway, even though they're in a really progressive district, knowing that they would be vulnerable to being primaried by another progressive. That's your argument?
Okay, so
wait, tell me specifically, what did I miss? What did I miss there that I had wrong?
No, I think you kind of got it.
Your argument verbatim is that we need to do a Medicare for all vote so that we can find out what people's actual stated positions are so that we can go find them and primary them.
Dude, you're straw manning me so hard. I'm not
what
saying
part? Okay, wait.
Only...
What part of?
Oh wait, Destiny.
What part of it?
Okay. Yeah, I think what you were saying about force the vote was kind of silly. Like, so are you like of the Sam Seder? Like, do you agree with what he was saying that the idea in and of itself isn't a bad idea, but
it's political suicide.
Jimmy Dore's just okay. Wait, so why is it political suicide to call for a vote?
Because
in your opinion,
there's just literally no reason for it. You're calling for a vote. You know it's going to fail. Are you just trying to like?
Okay.
Yeah.
But let me ask: Is calling for a vote in every case? So let's just start there. Is calling for a vote in every single case just because you know it's going to fail? Is that always a dumb idea every single time?
I mean, I'm not going to generalize and say every single time, probably not, but this time it seems like it would be, yeah?
Okay, so the best argument, I think, for forcing the vote, I agree Jimmy Dore's an idiot, like, and obviously...
Sure, I don't care about either of these people. We can just talk about the concept of forcing the vote without any names attached to it. It seems like a dumb idea.
Okay, good. So, perfect. So do you agree that, okay, so, well, first off, you're not really even in favor for Medicare for all, so I think that's why...
Well, no. Firstly, that's not true. I don't know if it would be the best idea versus a public option, but compared to our current healthcare system, I would take it in a heartbeat without even a second thought.
Okay, so if I assume that so I'm in favor of Medicare for all. That's why I think forcing the vote could be a good tool. Let me explain why. Number one, you get Congress people on record for not supporting Medicare for all, essentially.
Why is that good?
Because you can primary them in cases where...
But you can't primary them. Justice Dems and progressives can't win any primaries outside of the bluest places. And the only Dems that aren't going to support... the only Dems that aren't going to support Medicare for all are going to be Dems in vulnerable districts. So you're never primarying anybody that's voting no on it. So what's the point of this?
Okay. No. Okay. So I agree with you that in swing districts, maybe primarying... like I wouldn't want to primary Manchin, but in districts that progressive Democrats can win, I think primarying their more centrist opposition would be a good idea so that we can get more progressives in Congress. Is that something you disagree with?
Okay, so I just want to, just real quick, to frame how far we've removed from the conversation. So your politically effective thing, well, you're talking about forcing the vote to attack the Democratic Party. So that's the framing that you're giving right now. Now we can talk on this, but
yes.
Yeah, okay, cool, gotcha. So it's already to some extent political suicide because you're talking about the Democrats forcing a vote to harm their own party.
Wait. No. You're just how are you baking you're baking your conclusion in the question? How is that political suicide to force a vote? Where's the evidence for that?
Because you're saying that like we want to force. Because okay, so this is my original problem with the Medicare for all thing. Or I'm sorry, this is my original problem with the force the vote thing. You want to force the vote so that you can get some evil Democrats who are more moderate on record as not supporting Medicare for all, so that you can go and attack them across the country. Now, if this was in a progressive district where they could already be more progressive, I don't know why they wouldn't already support Medicare for all. The worry is that now moderate Dems across the country are going to start getting shit on because all of these races are treated as though they're all national, even though they're not. And now you're going to be getting attacked from both the left and right when you're trying to hold on to more moderate seats. That's what I'm opposed to. That's political suicide.
Wait, so you're opposed to forcing the vote because you're afraid that it's going to hurt the image of Democrats on a national level.
Yeah, you're going to get moderate Democrats in some states that are just going to get relentlessly shit on from safer, more cowardly Democrats in ultra blue districts that can afford to have a more left-leaning agenda because their seat's never up for like contention or for election. They're not going to lose their seat. And they're going to use those positions to attack more moderate Dems.
Wait. So you're worried. So essentially, you're worried about Republicans disliking Democrats more. That's what I'm hearing from you
Not just
right now.
Republicans, but it can be anything from people that are more center in the party. It can be galvanizing your own base. It could be hitting independents. But
your worry is that they're gonna like flip and vote Republican or something. Like I don't understand.
Or won't vote Democrats. Wait, hold on. Wait.
No, okay. Well, no, I'm not gonna let you weasel out of this. You know that's ridiculous, right? Like,
hold on. You're hold on. Wait.
Afraid that moderate that Democrats are gonna like flip and vote like Republican or Libertarian or for the Green Party. Like, what is the argument here, dude? The argument that I'm making is that where we can win more progressive. I mean, I think you're a progressive, right? Where we can get more progressive Congress people, we should do that in those districts.
Go on Wikipedia right now and look up the difference in voter turnout between Obama and Hillary Clinton and tell me what happened.
I mean, I don't have to it probably went down, I'm guessing.
Massively.
Yeah.
So why are you laughing at me like this is such a ridiculous concept when I'm explaining to a political reality? You're delusional.
I love that.
Like,
oh my gosh, dude, I love that. That's okay. So because Hillary Clinton, the voter turnout went down, you can blame that. You can make an analogy, or you're saying that's analogous to what we're talking about.
No,
right
what
now.
I'm saying is that you're making it sound like it's a given that every Democrat is going to turn out and vote for any Democratic candidate, or that no votes are unswitchable. That's an absurd concept. Winning different voter bases are like, how do you think why are you saying, oh my God, when you're fucking like clueless when it comes to how this electoralism works? Like the entire Rust Belt breaking for Trump, like different groups of people either being encouraged to vote for certain candidates or being depressed and not voting for certain candidates has been like a huge story of the Biden election cycle or of the 2016 Trump election cycle.
Talk about a straw man, dude. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm trying to just I'm trying to understand what the fuck you're talking about. Like, so you're saying we're talking about the presidency in regards to Clinton and Obama, obviously. So you're saying you're afraid that if we force the vote, that the voter turnout is going to go down for Joe Biden in 2024.
No, what I'm saying is that if we force the vote, all it does is serves to attack Democrats that are voting no in districts where they may be in too moderate a position to be able to vote yes. It doesn't help us at all. Your argument,
so
your argument. No,
that's not.
Wait, real quick, because your argument was that like, oh, well, now we know who to primary. If you want to primary someone, then go fucking primary them. You don't have to virtue signal a Medicare for all vote in order to do it.
Okay, let's say, do you want more progressives in the Democratic caucus?
Sure.
Okay, so if that's what you want, why would you be against? Okay, so in moderate, dude, like, I agree with you that we don't want a primary in districts where it doesn't make sense to primary. I'm with you there. Where I'm not understanding what the argument is in districts that we can get a progressive to beat a more moderate person in the primaries. That forcing the vote could be a tool, a talking point to use against that moderate person, so that we can actually get a progressive elected. I mean, is that so?
No, you already know if somebody supports Medicare for all or not. Just listen to what they say. You don't need to force a vote to do this. You can primary anyone you want. And the evidence is pointed against like progressives.
No, that's not true, Destiny. So number one, a lot of times politicians will dance around the Medicare for all. We saw this all the time in this past election. There were candidates who flip-flop constantly on Medicare for all.
No,
okay?
Not really.
Yes,
look at Ossoff and Warnock. These are two candidates in Georgia that were very clearly against Medicare for all. They came out and they said it.
Right. Okay, and in the primary, do you agree or disagree? Let's take Tulsi Gabbard. I don't think either of us like her, but she originally came out and said that she was for Medicare for all, and then later on she kind of backtracked, and there were a couple other people that did this.
No. Okay, no. Hold on. You're using flip-flop. When you say flip-flop, you make it sound like a politician promised a commitment to something, and then once they were in office, they changed, okay? There are people that change their positions as they're running in an election because they see that some things are electorally unpopular unpopular. The most famous example of this, I'm pretty sure, I think, is Elizabeth Warren, where she was initially massively on board for Medicare for all, and then she had to back off that position because it was so electorally unpopular in the Democratic Party, let alone the Republican one. But that's not flip-flopping, right? Evolving your position over the course of a campaign is a lot different than changing your promises once you're in office.
Well, okay, we're arguing semantics. I agree with that.
Wait, hold on. I have to talk over you real quick. We're not arguing semantics right now. Initially, you made it sound as though a leader was elected on a promise, and then they flip-flopped that. They walked it back once they were in office. That is fundamentally and materially different than changing your position over the course of a cycle where you're running for an election, okay? So don't just call that semantics. That's not semantics. These are actual real differences between these two ideas.
I use the presidential example just because I'm showing you that politicians do not hard commit to things often. In fact, it's advantageous not to hard commit to things because then you can weasel your way out of situations where it's advantageous for you to try and do so. I think we would both agree with that, right?
If you can weasel your way out of situations if you don't say that again.
Yeah. You can weasel. So if you don't hard commit to a position, it's easier for you to weasel your way around or out of different situations.
I guess, yeah, if you don't hard commit to it, sure.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that by forcing a vote, we can essentially make politicians commit to one side or the other side so that we can use that information against them in primaries where it's advantageous for us to primary more moderate Democrats. I mean,
what you can already, this is my problem. Can you please answer this question without weaseling around this? Why can't you just go primary them now? Why do you need to do a vote that could potentially damage your entire party? Why, if you want to go primary people, just go primary.
Because again, a lot of these politicians haven't, so they can use Medicare for all as they can weasel around it. Whereas, so like, I'm trying to think of an actual.
Wait, hold on. So you actually think that there is some like moderate Dem, and the only reason why he hasn't been primaried yet is because he hasn't come out with a position on Medicare for all?
Come on, dude.
Don't just come on, dude. That's exactly what you're saying. You're saying,
that's not what
yes,
I'm
it is. Your argument verbatim is that we need to do a Medicare for all vote so that we can find out what people's actual stated positions are so that we can go find them and primary them.
Dude, you're straw manning me so hard. I'm not saying
What part of
Destiny.
What part of it am I wrong about? That's literally your argument.
You got it. That's not my argument, dude. My argument is that's not the okay. So first off, you said that I think that that's the only reason that they're not being primaried. Of course, I don't think that's the only reason. All I'm saying is that this is a tool in the tool belt that we can put there so that we can have more effective primaries against some senators, and there's not that much downside to doing
Why not just, when you're in a primary like that, why not just ask a person or say like, oh, would you support Medicare for all? Why not just do it there in the primary? Why do we have to force the vote across the entire country and make your entire party look like a laughingstock when you force a vote on something that gets destroyed?
Okay. Dude, holy shit. You bake so much shit into everything that you say. You know that. So how does it make us a laughing stock, first off?
Because we're going to throw out all this political capital, forcing a vote on something that's going to get fucking crushed.
Okay, wait. This is good. What political capital are you talking about holding a fucking vote in a Congress session that's already going?
Well, we've already seen people like AOC literally get kept out of certain committees because of them like leading votes or threatening the Democratic Party in other ways.
Okay,
you might be compromising what little power you actually have as progressives if you're going to try to force the floor to take a vote on something that you know is not going to pass.
Okay, so
you're also giving ammunition to Republicans in the future that are going to say like, oh, we know it's not going to pass. You had a Democratic.
Stop gish gal.
Sorry. Okay, you're right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So you're saying that AOC, okay, that's a fair point. I don't agree with it. Like I understand. I do AOC was left out of. Can't remember the committee. I do remember that. I don't think. Dude, honestly, do you think that if she forced a vote she was left out of the committee without forcing the my point is dude, they hate her anyway. Obviously Pelosi fucking hates AOC.
That's not true. Well, hold on. That's not true.
That's very true.
No, that's not true. That is not true. Initially, that's great that there are articles. Initially, when AOC came into Congress, she was incredibly combative with other members of Democratic leadership. That is true. However, AOC has taken strides to increase how the rest of the Democratic Party views her and to increase how she's viewed among Democratic leadership. That is true. Like, for instance, firing her ex-campaign manager that was firing off shots at other Democrats because they weren't like left-leaning enough, or making more efforts to be a little bit more moderated in terms of how she views politics rather than just attacking every single person. And you can see this reflected in the way that she acts on Twitter even. It's why she's been getting blown up now by fucking socialist LARPers on Twitter. It's because she's not as extreme as she was when she first walked in. She's not the most popular person in the Democratic Party amongst Democratic leadership, of course, but to say that she's like absolutely reviled or hated, it's a lot less than when she first came in.
Dude, okay, so Pelosi, are you saying that you think Pelosi likes AOC?
I don't know if she likes her, but I know the relationship is a lot better now than it was before.
I mean,
Tyler, $5.
maybe, I don't know, but so I guess
say you're right.
I would admit to you that there are trade-offs to doing it, but I also think that there are like advantages to forcing the vote too, like I talked about. Like, I don't think that AOC is going to be put back on a committee because she didn't force the vote. Personally, I guess it's possible, but I just don't think that the mainstream Democratic establishment likes AOC or any of the squad or progressives in general, and I think they're going to try and hold them out of these things as much as possible.
Of course, because they're not electorally popular. So of course they have to be careful not to let that party, that segment of the party, set the tone for the rest of it. Because every other Democrat that's running on a more moderate platform across the country is going to be attacked based on the most extreme things that's being said by the squad. Even the Justice Dems themselves know that they're not as popular. That's why they went from endorsing like 80 candidates in 2018 to like 17 in 2020. Even they know that their ultra-progressive messaging isn't going to work across the country.
Dude, and that's all well and good for right now. That's all fine and dandy, but progressive politics are becoming more and more popular as time goes on, and they will continue to do so.
You don't know that,
so
maybe, hopefully, but you have to slowly build on that power. You can't pretend that just because you've got like fucking 15 people in Congress that now all of a sudden you can basically hold the whole thing hostage and get your entire agenda passed. That's not how it works.
Well, yes, but it's a tool. So what you just said is that you have to slowly build, which I agree with. And I do think forcing the vote, again, like I said, it's not the whole thing. It's not going to change everything, but it's a tool in the tool belt that you can use to say your current senator or Congress, House representative, they literally voted no so that you could have healthcare during the coronavirus pandemic. I think that's a fucking fantastic line to use against these moderate Democrats.
Then why did Ossoff and Warnock win? Then why did Ossoff and Warnock win in Georgia?
Oh, that's a bad argument, and you know it. Like,
why?
So because Georgia is a Georgia is a moderate.
That's my whole point.
So that's my whole. No. That's my whole point, Destiny. I've said that 4 times, I believe now. Don't primary people where it doesn't make sense to primary them, but in progressive districts where they have moderate members of the House or the Senate, yes, you want to primary them, and yes, you want to have more tools to be able to throw on fucking ads like so-and-so didn't vote for Medicare for all. That's a powerful line of attack in districts where Medicare for all is very popular. That's my entire point. So
okay, I mean, like I would have to look before. I think it was slightly a loser when people were running on that platform for the Medicare for all. When people looked at like the differences between running on it and not running on it. I know that there are people on Twitter that like to say, well, actually everybody that ran on that platform won on it, blah blah blah. But the reality was that they'd like rescinded their endorsements of every person that couldn't win those elections.
Bro,
what?
You are, dude, holy shit, man. You weasel around things so much.
Hold on, stop. Name one thing I've weaseled around. What am I weaseling around? No. Name one thing I've weaseled on.
Holy shit.
Name one thing I've weaseled on.
Oh my God, dude. Okay, so what you just said. Okay, so first off, when you brought up Georgia, that was weaseling around things, because I've said this entire time that you don't primary in districts that it doesn't doesn't make sense to primary.
Okay, but my initial argument was
that you bring up Georgia, you know that I'm like.
My initial argument was that if you don't want a primary, if you don't want to call out moderate Dems when you do like this Medicare for all vote, then why the fuck are you doing the Medicare for all vote? The people in the most bluest districts are all probably going to vote yes on it. The people in the moderate districts are probably going to vote no on it. Like, you're talking about this weird edge case where there's going to be some like moderate Democrat in this extremely progressive district whose opinion on Medicare for all is unknown, and this vote's going to reveal that opinion, and that's going to be the difference in the next election cycle on that person? Like, do you realize how much you're risking just for this one? I don't even know if this situation exists.
You're not risking, dude. You're not risking like. So your idea that you're risking like a shit ton of like political capital is a fantasy Like, it's
How is it a
it's not
fantasy? How
realistic.
easy would it be for Democrats or even for moderate Dems or Republicans in the future to go like, you guys tried to pass Medicare for all and you failed miserably. You got 100 fucking votes on it when you had a democratically ran Congress, and now you want to push it now? You guys are a fucking joke. And they could always go back and point at that vote. Look at you, 137 fucking votes for Medicare for all. What a joke. And you guys think you can push this, and you owned Congress, both halves. Like, how the fuck, like, how can that
Dude,
not be an easy
everybody
line of
knows.
attack?
Everybody knows that Medicare for all is not it's not a popular thing right now. Like, it's just not. What I'm saying is that in the future, it's going to be, maybe in the next 5 years. I don't know. I'm just spitballing, but 5 to 10 years. Like, dude, of course, everybody knows that that if Medicare for all were put up to a vote right now, it wouldn't like, it's not just, essentially it's not a very popular policy.
Then why force
I'm agreeing with you there.
Wait, so then what is the point? So if it's not popular, okay. I just want you to walk me through your dream, or I'm going to walk you through your dream scenario, and then you tell me if this is accurate or if I'm straw manning and gishalving, okay? It sounds to me like what you're saying is that there exists some politician that is in a very blue district who somehow managed to avoid the other progressives. They're moderate, and they're in a very blue district. And what we're going to do is we're going to force a Medicare for all vote. And when we force this vote, that person's going to come out, and they're going to vote no, even though it would cost them an election, and even though it's not going to pass anyway. And then when they vote no, the progressives will seize that opportunity and go and primary that person who for some reason voted no on something that's not going to pass anyway, even though they're in a really progressive district, knowing that they would be vulnerable to being primaried by another progressive. That's your argument?
Okay, so
Wait, tell me specifically, what did I miss? What did I miss there that I had wrong?
No, I think you kind of got it, but
okay, this is delusional. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, this is the dumbest idea I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Okay, so I was about to explain. We've already been over this, but okay, let me ask you this: do you think that getting Congress people on record for by having them vote on issues, do you think that that can be an effective tactic?
It can be. It could also be ineffective. Depends on it. Okay. Like, that's really hard to generalize.
So now the burden of proof is on you to say why it would be ineffective, and you've given some reasons, like, you know.
Sure,
AOC
I can give you one reason. Sure, I can give you one reason right now. So right now, the candidate that I'm supporting in the mayoral race in Omaha does not currently have the support of the police union. Because he doesn't have the support of the police union, he's actually incredibly flexible in terms of how he can approach those politics once he gets into office. If you were to try to make him commit to some position right now, all you would do is you'd weaken his ability to negotiate anything in the future, because you'd force him to commit to a position right now that doesn't help him, because he's not going to have the support of the police union regardless, and all that could be done is hurt him because it gives him less flexibility once he's in office. So there's an easy example right there.
It depends on what the issue is. It depends on what the issue that you're talking about is, right?
That's my argument. Yeah, Yes, you're restating my argument. Yes, it depends on the issue. But that's one example of how maybe forcing a vote on something just like weakens the political maneuverability of a candidate and just makes it so that you just fuck them in a future election.
Okay, so what the person in Omaha should do is vote according to the way that they think their constituents would want. And once they vote in the way that they think their constituents would want, then it's fine. But all I'm saying is that in certain cases, there are. Okay, so let me ask you this, and then I'll continue. Do you think that it is true that there are moderate Democrats in progressive districts that are currently there are moderate Democrats that are currently representing progressive districts? Do you buy into that?
No.
Okay, so when AOC beat Joe Crowley, like what was that?
There probably was at some point for sure, but at this point, I don't think there's
gone. They just disappeared like fucking Wanda from Fairly Odd Parents, dude.
No, they were primaried by the Justice Dems and they lost. That's what happened.
Wait, what? In the AOC? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. So the Justice Dems, they're not going to get any more gains or any more wins, even though after AOC
they might, if they can push a progressive ideology to the rest of the country.
Okay, so you do agree. Okay, so you do agree that there are progressive Democrats in moderate districts. I'm glad that we cleared that up.
Wait, no. First of all, you meant moderate Dems in progressive districts, but you misspoke. That's okay. But what I'm saying is that it's possible that nationally, maybe you can move people over to the left, and that as that happens, one of two things will happen: either the moderate Dems that rule them are going to change their opinions to become more progressive, or more progressive Dems are going to primary those more moderate Dems. What's not going to happen is forcing some vote in Congress is going to magically change anything and get you any more political power.
Like, do you not think it's kind of silly that you think forcing a vote would magically make all of America hate Democrats? Do you think that that's kind of a silly
No, I think it just weakens
position?
our position on healthcare in general, which I think is incredibly fucking sad to do for a political gambit that has no chance of working.
Okay, well, I mean, I think that that's pretty fantastical, honestly.
What part of what
but
I just said was fantastical?
that well, just the whole idea that it's gonna because you haven't given me any like proof or any reason why it would weaken our positions going forward.
I just
Like
gave
that
you
thing
one, and that it would be an
the
incredibly.
mayor of Omaha thing.
No, I said it would be a funny attack ad from Republicans to say that Democrats said that they could get Medicare for all, and when they went to vote, only 100 Democrats supported it in the House. Like,
I mean, that's
how does that
that's
look good for
cool.
you?
Like, so again, there's gonna be trade-offs. I'm not gonna be like dogmatic about it. There's trade-offs, and then there's good things. There's good points to doing it. There's some bad points.
What are the
to doing
good
it.
points?
I've broken this down like 8 times.
Okay,
Like,
I hate to do this because this is going to be like a huge dick move, but I'm going to do this because you seem incredibly confident in this. Can you name me a single Democrat that you think that is a moderate that's in an incredibly progressive district that would get fucked on a Medicare for all vote that would be primaried as a result of this?
okay, ask the question again.
Can you think of a single?
You're gonna put me on the spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
That's why I said I
my
felt like a dick. But you feel really strongly about this. So I'm curious. Can you think of a single Democrat that is in an incredibly progressive district, but somehow this moderate Democrat is held on? The Justice Dems didn't primary him, but if we were to force a vote on Medicare for all, this guy would be ousted from government.
Oh fuck, dude.
Okay, listen. Now, I'm going to be totally honest. I don't expect you to know offhand, okay? I don't know a lot of fucking lawmakers, okay? However, in the few times where I've looked it up, it seems like when a lot of people are criticizing people for not being left enough, whenever they try something in these areas, they get crushed. So the popular example that I can think of right now is everybody shits on Joe Manchin for being too moderate, too moderate, too moderate. Okay, well, when the I don't know if it was a Justice Dem-backed candidate, but I know that when a very progressive candidate tried to run in West Virginia, they got fucking annihilated. They got blown the fuck out. It was unbelievable. It was like 30 to fucking, it was like a fucking 60-point difference in votes. It was unbelievable how much they got destroyed. And it's like, okay, well,
Right.
you know what? If your progressive ideas work really well in New York, then that's great. Then you can talk about them in blue districts. But don't go to these like incredibly moderate purple districts and these hard-fought districts and try to bully Democrats into supporting your most progressive agenda if you can't even like stand it, if you can't even hold a toe to them in the fucking primaries, let alone the generals. That's all I'm saying. I don't believe that they're.
Dude.
Go. Sorry. Go ahead.
So every election that we have, progressives there are some progressives that win in moderate districts in a primary, then go on to take the House. So
I don't think that's true.
Jamal Bowman, this last one.
There might be like one or two, but I know that I had like, there were like 7 people did spreadsheets for me on this at one point in time. And the average like plus in the Dem direction for these people that were winning in these districts, it was like plus 30 districts. It was unbelievable. Like these progressives exist, but they are in the bluest fucking districts in the entire country. It is unbelievably blue.
All I'm saying, I'm not disagreeing with you that like progressives aren't that popular. I'm with you, dude. But for you to pretend that like that it's not a thing where you have moderates in progressive districts, like every single election we have, that just gets proven wrong.
But then why did the Justice Dems support 17 candidates instead of like 79 from 2018 to 2020? If there's all these moderates that need to be primaried, why did they reduce by like 80% the number of candidates they supported?
Like it's possible that I don't know the strategy of the Justice Democrats, like
Probably to win elections. It's most people's strategy.
Well, yeah, but I don't know like why they're pulling back. Maybe it's more effective to use their money on races that they have that are more likely to win. But
So a lot less. Is it a lot fewer races?
Sure. Yeah, dude, sure, but
Also, Jamal Bowman is in fucking New York as well, so I don't think that's a great example for you.
that's my point, dude. That's been
That's my point. You can't take my point. You're stealing. You're redistributing your points from you to me. That's not fair. Okay, that's my point.
No. My point is that where it makes sense. So I even, and you'll remember this. I brought up at the beginning of this the debate that I don't think that primarying Joe Manchin would be a good idea. I said that. I agree with you that you don't want to go out and primary John Ossoff next election or something like that. It doesn't make sense. All I'm saying is that where we can get wins and where we can get progressives to vote for a progressive candidate, we should be pushing for that. And
Sure.
the whole point that I've been making is that forcing the vote can help do that. That's all that I'm saying. So your counter argument about optics, like, well, if we force the vote, it's going to make Americans less likely to vote for Democrats. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's been historically. I don't think that's historically justifiable. I don't think if you look back, you'll be able to find a lot of examples of that. And I don't think that it takes a lot of political capital, if any. That's my position. So, but my whole point is that for you to come in and just say that force the vote is like dumb as fuck as a blanket statement.
Well, because even your example, it's not though. Even your example here is like really funny. Like, why would you, if like, let's just assume you, okay, first let's make sure we get some basics done. You agree that a politician's main goal is to get reelected, right? You agree with that, right? Let's say that 100%. You are a moderate Dem, somehow you're a moderate Dem and you're in a very progressive district. Let's say that that's happened to you, okay? If a force the vote were to happen, why the fuck would you vote no on Medicare for all if you think that might be deciding your election? Why wouldn't you just vote yes on it, knowing that it's never gonna pass anyway?
Yeah, so that's great. So
now you vote yes on it. So you've done the force the vote, and now force the vote has actually hurt your idea, because now you've got moderates that wouldn't vote yes on it if it was actually possible, voting yes on it because they're just trying to hold on to their seat because you're forcing quite literally a virtue signal vote on legislation that is never going to pass.
Sure, but yeah, that's again that gets them on record for like voting for Medicare for all in the past, so it's harder for them to pivot away from that.
Pivot when? No, we're never having a real vote on it though. What are they pivoting from? You think in the future that we're gonna have like
eventually? Yeah. Well, like maybe not now, but in 5 or like, dude, do you think Medicare for all could be a thing in like, let's say 10 years?
Let's say it is. At that point, they'd probably just vote for it because it'd be electorally popular. So what's the point of any of this?
Okay, so yeah, and that would be the like. So the point would be that if they didn't vote for Medicare for all and they voted against it, then you could use that as a tool.
But they're not going to vote against it if they're in a progressive district.
Well, you don't know that.
Why would they? Hold on, we agree that a politician's goal is to get reelected. Why would you vote against something that is supposedly electorally popular in a district where you supposedly have progressive constituents, even though that you're more moderate? Like, I don't understand. Why would you ever vote against it?
I mean, yeah, you would think, but I'm with you there, dude. All I'm saying is get people on the record. That's it. Like, there's nothing wrong with getting people on the record.
Well, the wrong part is
flip-flop.
Okay.
And again, I'm going to disagree with you about that too. Because, for example, and I think Briahna Joy Gray brought this up during the Sam Seder interview, but a lot of these like moderate Democrats that aren't in favor, that are like vocally not in favor of Medicare for all, they do get a lot of money from, they get a shit ton of money from medical corporations, you know, Pfizer,
doesn't
the whole
matter.
9 yards.
Doesn't change anything at all.
So if they came out against Medicare for all, that could impact their funds so that the progressive would have more of a chance of winning. Like, dude, it's a very, like, it's obviously, it's a really, like, it's not a very cut and dry situation. I agree with you that there's a lot of nuance to it, but all I'm saying is that, like, for you to say it's just dumb, I think that kind of misses the mark. That's my entire point. And I also think, like, this is kind of pivoting a little bit, but I think that your hatred towards Bernie's Medicare for all plan is kind of misguided and a little bit silly too, because
I never said I hated it. I just said that it's politically impossible.
Okay, well, it may be politically impossible, but I thought you said you weren't a fan of it and you didn't like it. Is that not true?
I don't think I don't know if I've ever said that. Oh my God, did I just get stuck?
Okay, well,
I just don't think it's just, but like I'm in favor of things that are like politically possible. So like I don't want to do something that's politically impossible.
Yeah, okay, I can agree with that. I think narratives like Medicare for all do push the country left, though. And I think, like, for example, Bernie's narrative did help Medicare for all become more popular. I mean, it's much more popular now than it was before he ran in 2016. So
sure.
I think. Okay.
What do you think is one thing that
we agree on?
What do you think is one thing that helped to push like acceptance? Or what do you think enabled Bernie to argue for Medicare for all, though?
What enabled him, like, just the fact that he could run for president.
What
that he did run for
big
president?
thing that we do in healthcare in the United States that made it so we could even have a
I
conversation?
know where. Yeah, Obamacare.
Yeah, probably the ACA. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So like
Okay,
the
yeah,
incremental
sure.
pushes are really important, and the idea that we're gonna fuck everybody that's opposed to some form of incremental push because they're not gonna come on board with the most extreme version of like a healthcare plan, I just think is a little bit silly.
Well, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like when you load like the most extreme version, like yes, but also that's how politics works. You go in with an extreme thing and then you compromise. Like if Bernie got
I know
elected,
that this is what's
obviously-
I know that this is what's said all the time on Reddit. I don't know why people say this or where people got this idea from.
Oh, dude, here comes the bad faith.
I'm not being bad faith. The idea that you start with the most extreme version of a plan and negotiate back, this might work when we're trying to debate our mom on like what time she's going to send us to bed, but that's not how politics works. If you start with the most
you're
extreme,
aware that that's exactly what happened with Obamacare, right?
No. Let me give you one small caveat. You don't start with the most extreme version of a plan. You start with the most extreme version of a plan that's politically possible. If the most extreme version of a plan means that you can't even win a fucking election, then you're too extreme and you need to back up.
Okay, so with Obamacare, Obama originally was his plan. Okay, so let me see if you can agree with this. Originally, Obama's plan was much different than the Obamacare that we eventually got.
I'm pretty
right?
sure the original plan had a fucking public option and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, and then we ended up with a Heritage Foundation plan, which wasn't nearly as good, but still better than what we had heretofore. So all I'm saying is that it's that talking like the narrative that Bernie gave was a good narrative. Not only did it push us, did it push the country more to be more progressive, because I think that they saw Bernie's idea and saw the math that he would talk about in the debates and like, yeah, maybe this could work. I mean, there's probably a lot of reasons for that, but not only that, but also if you were to get elected, you have a much stronger negotiating position than
If he would have been
weaker.
but if he's losing his elections on this version of the plan, like obviously
Yeah, but
that's not good. Like to even use your own example there, like you're saying that like, well, let's look at what we started with for Obama. It wasn't Medicare for all. We started with something that was actually electorally feasible. We might have almost had a public option if it wasn't for Lieberman in the Senate. Like we could have had like a public option, like that was possible. But Medicare for all wasn't the initial ask, even though that would have been the most extreme version, because that wasn't politically possible.
Yeah. Okay. I think we probably agree on that. So I think I've successfully convinced you that it's not as dumb of an idea as you're making it out to be to force the vote. Is that fair to say?
I think that after our conversation, I think you convinced me even more that it's even more dumb than I previously realized.
Oh, good God, dude. All right, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Fair enough, man.
I love you. Stay safe. Be careful.
Yeah, you too, dude.
Bye.
Bye.
Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed. Like, what do you expect to happen? People always bring up these stupid fucking points, like, oh, do you think all the candidates dropping out before Super Tuesday? Everybody drops out before when it's clear that there's no path forward.